take a break from whatever you are doing and listen closely. Because in moments like this, it's not her actions you'll notice first, it's her words. When a woman begins drifting emotionally, her language changes before her behavior does. The distance shows up in the tiny phrases she repeats, the ones she thinks you won't catch. And I want you to pay attention today, because I'm Coach Jane, and I've spent years helping men decode the emotional shifts women try to hide. In this video, I'll show you the 3 words and speech patterns that quietly expose a woman's emotional cheating long before she admits anything. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button and turn on all notifications so you will get to know when we drop new videos. Word 1. Friend or he. Let's start with the first and most dangerous linguistic shift. A woman who is forming an emotional attachment to another man will begin mentioning him casually, repeatedly, and innocently. She'll sprinkle his presence into conversations as if he's nothing. You'll hear things like, "Oh, he said that at work," or "My friend told me the funniest thing today. He helped me fix something," or "My friend understands that situation." The first few times it sounds normal, but when those mentions become frequent, light, and almost habitual, something deeper is happening. Here's the truth most men miss. When a woman is emotionally intrigued by someone, she begins to integrate him into her internal world, and that internal world is expressed through language. She won't say, "I'm getting close to another man." Instead, she softens it, labeling him a friend, or she hides him behind the pronoun he, thinking it will fly past you. But in emotional psychology, repetition is not accidental. It means significance. Every time she mentions him, even casually, she's doing one of 3 things. Releasing emotional excitement. She's sharing the person who currently stimulates her emotionally without realizing she's doing it. Testing your awareness. Part of her wants to know if you'll notice, if you'll react, if you'll ask questions. Not because she wants to fight, but because emotional cheating always comes with a mixture of guilt and thrill. Normalizing the connection. If she mentions him often enough, it feels less suspicious. It becomes just this guy she always talks about. But here's what you must really watch. Not just the mentions, but the tone she uses. When she talks about him, her voice may soften subtly. She may smile without knowing it. She may seem unusually invested in his stories. She may light up in ways she no longer does with you. These tonal shifts are emotional breadcrumbs. And I want you to pay attention to how she talks about him. Does she repeat his advice, quote his jokes, bring up his opinions in conversations between the two of you? Does she defend him when you question the frequency of his presence? These are emotional attachments forming in real time. Now, I'm not telling you to accuse her or confront her aggressively. That pushes her further into secrecy. Instead, observe silently. Watch the pattern. Track the frequency. Listen for warmth in her tone or protectiveness in her words. Because here is the emotional truth. A woman cannot repeatedly reference a man she is not emotionally invested in. Her words betray her long before her actions do. And before I move to word 2, let me say this gently. If you're finding value already, drop a like on this video. Not just for me, but so more men, just like you, can hear what no one is teaching them. And stay with me, because the second word she uses is even more revealing than the first.
Word 2, just and nothing. When a woman is emotionally involved with someone else, she starts minimizing everything you notice. The moment you ask simple questions, you'll hear, "It's just work. He's just a friend. I was just busy. It was nothing. You're thinking too much. It's nothing." These 2 words, just and nothing, become her shield. They appear every time you get close to the truth. But I want you to understand what's really happening internally. A woman only minimizes what she does not want you to look into. She only softens what she does not want to explain. And she only hides what she emotionally cannot yet confront in herself. Because emotional cheating is not always intentional. It starts as curiosity, comfort, validation, a voice she enjoys, a presence that feels new. She doesn't call it cheating. She calls it just talking. She calls it nothing serious. But her words reveal her fear of being questioned. And the minimization tells you one thing. You've touched a sensitive spot. When a woman is fully transparent, she explains with ease. When she is detached, she becomes defensive. But when she is emotionally involved with someone she hasn't admitted to herself, she becomes dismissive. Dismissing is easier than lying. Minimizing is safer than confessing. So pay attention to how quickly she uses these words. Does she shut the conversation down the moment you express a concern? Does she rush to reduce everything to nothing? Does she avoid details? Does she look irritated when you simply ask for clarity? This defensiveness is not about you being wrong. It's about her protecting a connection she knows she shouldn't be nurturing. I want you to observe the pattern, not the individual moment. Because emotional distancing happens gradually. Her explanations get shorter, her tone becomes flatter, her patience reduces, and the word nothing becomes her escape route. Let me paint the emotional picture for you. When a woman is drifting emotionally, she feels torn between guilt and excitement. But when you question something she isn't ready to face, she uses minimizing language to protect her emotional secret space. That little space where another man occupies her thoughts more than she wants to admit. So what should you do? Don't argue, don't accuse, don't push. Just observe. Because when you stay calm, her pattern becomes clearer. And when you don't react emotionally, she exposes the truth faster. Before I move to the final word, the one that reveals emotional distancing more than anything, let me remind you gently. Drop a like if this is opening your eyes. It helps this channel and reminds me that these conversations matter to men like you. Stay with me. Word 3, I'm fine. It's nothing. When a woman says, I'm fine, or it's nothing, especially with a flat tone or visible tension, she is not communicating calmness. She is communicating emotional withdrawal. These phrases appear when she is holding something in, not because she wants to lie, but because she doesn't want to reveal what she is feeling. A woman who is emotionally connected to you speaks openly. She tells you when she's hurt, stressed, or overwhelmed. She lets you into her emotional world. But a woman who has shifted her emotional energy elsewhere becomes closed, private, guarded, and the words, I'm fine, become a wall. It's not the phrase itself. It's the emotional silence behind it. When she's emotionally invested in someone else, she begins to compartmentalize. You get surface-level explanations. He, the other connection, gets depth, detail, honesty, laughter, softness. This imbalance leaves her feeling guilty, so she shuts down around you. She becomes short. She avoids emotional intimacy. She stops sharing her day in the way she used to. And I'm fine becomes her way of saying, I don't want to open up to you. I don't want to reveal what's changing. I don't want you to notice how far my heart has drifted. Men often misinterpret this as moodiness or stress. But emotional psychologists know this. A woman's silence is louder than her words. Pay attention to the moments she withdraws. Does she avoid eye contact when she says, I'm fine? Does she give short, clipped responses? Does she look emotionally absent, even when physically present? Does she seem uninterested in reconnecting during conversations? These are not accidents. They are signs that her emotional attention is being fed elsewhere. And here is something many men don't expect. Women don't emotionally cheat because they're evil or heartless. They drift when the emotional connection with their partner weakens and someone else shows up with presence, understanding, attention, or validation. But once they drift, they hide. Not because they want to betray you, but because they're not ready to face their own emotional choices. Her silence, her I'm fine, her emotional retreat
all point to one reality. You are no longer the emotional home she returns to. And I want you to reflect on this part personally. Have you ever heard a woman say, "I'm fine," in a way that didn't feel fine at all? Have you ever felt her pull away, even when she insisted everything was nothing? If you've lived through that, share a piece of your story in the comments. You never know which man you'll help, and you're not alone. Let's close this together. You now understand the 3 words that quietly reveal emotional cheating long before a woman admits anything. Friend, just, I'm fine. These aren't random phrases. They are emotional footprints. If this video helped you see things more clearly, make sure you subscribe, share this video with another man who needs the truth, and keep your notifications on so you don't miss the next conversation. You deserve clarity, confidence, and emotional peace, and I'm here to guide you through it. This is Coach Jane. I'll see you in the next video.